So welcome back. So now you're going to write a code for this particular program in Java. So let me create one class, insert interval. Okay. Class is created now. So just remember what you're going to do. There are two cases that we are going to solve. First, when your interval is completely before the new interval. Okay. And second case is when current interval is currently after the interval, right? And case third, there is a overlapping case, okay? Somewhere it is in between. So let's create one static method. This is going to return a result which is having an array of arrays. Okay, so I'm going to create these arrays and insert. So this method is going to take one input, that is intervals. So that will be a type of int intervals, and it's going to take the new interval that I have to insert. Okay, so in this now, first I'm going to create one list of array that is that is for the result purpose. So list int array, and this will be result that is equal to new array list. Okay, I'll import this. Okay, now I am going to loop over the given intervals. So for I equals to 0, I will take a number, not the I equal to 0. So because I'm going to, I don't require this, I don't have to process the current element, I'm just have to compare, right? So current and current, I'm going to take intervals. Okay, so for each current I am going to, so what is the case 1, I have to compare, right? So case 1, what I told you, I have to check if current interval is completely before the new interval. Okay, so if I'm writing the case, okay, so that when you're writing the code, you should have in mind like what we are writing here. Current interval is completely, right, is completely before the new interval. Okay, so in this case, just imagine if the current end, if current end means 1, right? If current 1 is less than the new interval start, okay, just understand this case. So whatever current element is there, if is the end is less than the start, then what means your current interval is completely before the new interval, right? Because start of the new interval is greater than the end of the current element, right? So I'm simply going to add in the result dot add current. Okay, now let's talk about the case 2, else if. In this what I am saying, now suppose your current start means current start is greater than the end of the new interval, means the start of the current is greater than the new element end. It means that current interval is completely after the new interval. Okay, so same I'm writing here. So if current 0 is greater than new interval 1, right? So if current element is coming, that end is already less than the previous start, it means the new element is going to be come before the current element, right? So in this I'm going to what I have to merge the new interval first, right? So in this case I'm going to add result dot add new interval, right? Once this is done, then I have to change my current element, right? So I'm a new interval, so now new interval become the merged interval, right? So new interval will become now current. Okay, so now new interval is current one. So this line is a little bit confusing, so let me explain this. So once you have added this result, now look, when you're doing the merge, in merge what is happening, middle elements are getting merged and boundaries are set, right? Now this new is coming exact after the complete after the current interval. So what will happen now, I have to shift the new interval to the in the last, so that next element can be processed. Let me take one example so that you can understand this. Suppose in my answer I was having 3,10, okay, and there is one the new element is coming, suppose 12 comma something 16. So what will happen now, so this will going to be, there is no overlap because 10 is already less than the start of this new element. Okay, so end of this is less than the start of the new element. It means it will simply written like that, right? Now this was the new one. So if you notice, we have placed the new interval 3,10 in this case in its correct position, right? But we are not done yet because there are still some intervals left. Suppose this is coming, where it will go, how we are going to compare this, right? We need a new interval, so that's why we are changing this. Okay, so to process 12 16 with remaining intervals as the new interval and continue with the same logic. Okay, so this is what I have done here. So now we are done. So now let's do the third case. Okay, so that will be else block. All right, so in this we are going to apply merge formula every time. So as if you remember, we are doing the max min. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the start will be always minimum of the start of both range, and end will be, the new end will be the maximum of both range. So new instance, I mean new interval 0, that is equal to math dot min of what, new interval 0 and current 0. All right, in the same way I'm going to write new interval 1, that is equal to math dot max new interval 1 comma current 1, right? So this is what merging we are doing here. So once this is done and loop is going to be over, I'm going to return my result. So finally result dot add new interval and I'm going to return this result, return result dot, I have to convert in array actually, so array new int, and I have to pass the result size, right? New int okay. So why this is coming, call qualifier array list int. this is required. I have to do this something. This line is culprit. Yeah, we have to return in the array. It's a Java version issue. If we're using Java 21, then this should work. If you're using any older version, so you have to make changes accordingly. You can change this. Okay, so I think we are done with the code now. This is the most complex part. Okay, you have to understand this. Now let me write one main method. In the main method, I'm going to create interval that is equal to, I have to pass some number, so let me pass something 1, 2, then 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 10. Other numbers I can take 12, 16. Okay, so once you got the input array, now simply I'm going to create one new interval that I have to insert. Okay, so that will be supposed equal to 4, 9. I want to insert. All right, it's a new interval, right? Let me write it. Okay, just for the clarity, I've changed this. Now for each, I have to do this processing result that is equal to insert operation. I'm going to pass the interval first, then I'm going to pass new interval. Okay, and whatever result is coming, that will be an array, so I'm going to use the for loop for this. Int interval that is equal to result, and simply I'm going to system.out.println, right? And I'm going to pass interval that is 0. I mean first start, and then give some plus, then give some space, and then again concatenate this interval 1. Correct. So let's run this, see how the data is coming. So it's coming 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, 16, right? This is the same things we are expecting, so it is as per the answer. So here, we iterate through each interval and classify into 3 cases, that is before, overlap, and after, right? So case 1 was that if current interval ends before the new intervals start, so no overlap, we just add it. Okay, and in case 2, if current interval starts after the new intervals end, we first insert the new interval, then shift the new interval forwards. Again, I'm reiterating what I said. We first insert the new interval in case of 2. In case of 2 that I'm doing here, this is in case of 2. Okay, and this is my case 3. This is the overlap case, and this is my merge case. Okay, so in the case 2, if current interval, actually it is after case, right? So if current interval starts, is after the new interval ends. Remember this, just visualize this, you can find it out. If your current interval starts after the new interval ends, this one, right? Then we first insert the new interval. I have done that, and after that I am going to shift the new interval towards the forward, right? So this is what I am doing here. So Hope you got this. So this is the program for this, very important program. Just try to practice it more and you'll get the idea like how this program is running. Okay, so let's see you in the next one.